Hi, my name is Zen, and welcome back to the Ben Zen Show Podcast. Different scenario, Ben isn't here because I'm in Ohio right now. Like I said in episode 5, I was going to be here visiting family. This is my grandparents' house right here, great setting. But this is my grandpa Larry.
Hello.
And we're going to interview him. He's a Reds fan. So we have some cards right here that we're going to talk about. But let's get into your interview. So I'm going to ask you some questions. So you love baseball, right?
Yes.
Do you how much would you say you love baseball?
Well, I was 9 years old and never played ball or the sports or anything come important. But in 1961, when I was 9, the Cincinnati Reds had a great year and they went to the World Series, played the Yankees, played Whitey Ford, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris. And so it was a big thing. And of course, the Reds, they had Frank Robinson, Vada Pinson, Johnny Edwards, and a crew of pitchers, Bob Purkey, Joey J, that pitched very well. And so I got wrapped up in them and listened to the games on the radio. Of course, they weren't on TV then, but the radio was always on. And I listened to them even late at night. And even when they were on the West Coast, when they were playing the Giants and the Dodgers. And one time late at night, I was up. Nobody knew I was up. I was up listening to the radio, and the Reds had lost, I think, to the Dodgers 3-0. And I was crying because they lost. And Mom heard me cry, so she got up. And from where the bedroom was around to the kitchen, it was pretty far away, but anyway, when she came in, she said, "What's the matter? What's the matter with you?" And I said, the Reds got beat by the Dodgers. I'm upset about it. And she said, "Oh, you crazy guy, go to bed." But I've been crazy about baseball ever since. And of course, the Reds have always been my team, but I love good baseball as I grew up. I played Little League 1 year, and then, of course, at that time, I was 9, we just played in the neighborhood. All the neighborhood kids got together and we played baseball. We hadn't learned football or basketball yet, but just baseball. And so, and then as I got older, I played on the high school team. And then I was in the Navy, played in the Navy and got out. I played softball. And out to the plant where I worked, we had teams that we played softball on tournaments and things. And we won a lot of games and a lot of trophies, and then my kids, and your mom included, I coached, and we had good success. Your mom was a great softball player, and 1 year, our only pitcher, our softball pitcher, broke a leg, couldn't play, so we had no pitcher. And I took your mom and showed her how to pitch softball, which I didn't even hardly know myself. But we practiced and weathered through it, and we ended up playing in the regions in the softball tournament in high school.
Nice.
So, yeah, and then, like I said, your uncles, and they all played college. So baseball's been good. And you learn so much from baseball. It ain't just like just winning. There's team play and using your head, and I don't know. It's just so much about baseball, why I love it so much.
Yeah.
And also, I want to say that what helped so much was I was lucky enough in high school. My high school coach was the starting third baseman on the Ohio State baseball team that won the College World Series back in this is a long time ago, back in 1966. So he was our coach, and he taught us so much about baseball I didn't even know existed, which only made me love it even more, love baseball even more. So yeah, I've been a fan all my life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about Little League? More when you like played that.
Well, where we lived out in the country, there wasn't a little league, and so we just played, among ourselves.
Yeah.
But we had to move to town, and I was able to get on a little league team one year. My 12-year-old playing, and me and my brother, he was in the 9-year-old. So we got on. He played minor league, but eventually they brought him up to the league because we always practiced together. He got to be a real good pitcher. He's left-handed.
Oh.
He threw about 3 no-hitters in the minor league, so they brought him up to little league. And then I remember there was one day that his team was going to play my team in little league, and I thought this is going to be great because if there's anybody I can hit, I know I can hit my brother. And Mom and Dad came to the game. It was all big. But then when I found out that the league rules was they wouldn't let brothers play against each other.
Really?
So I had to sit out. I never got to play
Oh.
against your great Uncle Tim. And so not until he was taken out of the game. He didn't have that success in little leagues. They had minor leagues throwing no-hitters. But
Wow.
yeah. But I remember that's probably the highlight of little league.
Yeah.
But, and of course, we lived in Portsmouth, Ohio, where there's a lot of great baseball players come from Portsmouth.
Mm-hmm.
Al Oliver played on the Pirates. He's not in the Hall of Fame. He's got 3,000 hits. He probably should be. But he was such a, what do you want to say, not a malcontent in a lot of things. And I think the writers was kind of against him. But Larry Heisel, he played. He was a great athlete in all 3 sports. Don Gollett, who pitched for the Reds and pitched for the Yankees, left-hander, and I faced him in high school.
Really?
I was a freshman, and he was a junior. His team played ours, and man, if there's anybody that you saw and you thought that this guy is definitely going to play in the major leagues, it was Don Gollett, and he was. And of course, I always followed his career because of that. And oh, by the way, he struck me out on 3 straight pitches. Yeah.
Is it like, except the time when you like played your brother, or at least you faced him on the same team? Is there like one really big baseball memory? It doesn't even have to be from Little League or anything at all. That's probably the biggest baseball memory you've ever had. What would that be?
Well, facing Don Gollett was definitely something because he turned out to be so great.
Yeah.
And then our coach, I mean, he recognized it too, because like I said, he played for Ohio State. But I remember after 5 innings, I think the score was only like 3-0 or something. But he told the coach, he said, we give. Cause he said we can't touch him. We can't beat.
Yeah.
We can't compete against Don Gollett.
Yeah.
And then, but that I'll probably remember that the most. But of course, coaching. Has a lot to playing, but coaching baseball, sometimes even like your great uncles, they had great games, and a lot of times that was a lot better than even when I played.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it as much to see them be successful.
Mm-hmm. When you were coaching, how long did you coach?
A lot of years. My oldest boy, he was 9. I don't think I got to coach him until he was 10, so he was born in 73, 80. And then I coached up into your mom graduating from high school.
Yeah.
And that was like year 2000, so, what was that, about 20 years?
Oh, wow.
20 years of coaching.
Well, it's probably one of the main reasons you decided to coach.
Well, there's need for it first. Of
course,
I was interested in ball, because I go to the games. This is before I worked afternoon terms a lot, and I couldn't be there to coach. But I'd go watch the games, and of course they needed umpires, and I always ended up umpiring all the time. And so one day I was out there umpiring, and the coach of the Brad's team come to me. He said, "Do you want this team?" And I said, "What?" He said, "It's going to need a coach." He said, "I'm going to give it up." And he said, you coach it. So he gave the team to me, but still yet he stayed around and was my assistant. So, and we had a great run. I don't know how many championships we won playing. And then Of course, where we're from, there's not very many organized ball. But while I was there growing up, I organized it. Put us in the Little League World All-Stars so we could play in the championship. I was almost positive I was going to end up in Williamsport and we'd be winning the championship. But it's a lot harder than it looks. Or it looked to me anyway. But and the boys played. The whole family, I mean, we're wrapped up in sports. And of course you're the only one left now that carried the torch. And well, I guess Ben, he plays some. I don't know how much, but you're
the other Ben, not Ben on this show, but
your cousin Ben.
My cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. If there's like some young baseball players watching this right now, what advice would you give them? You know, if they're in like Little League, maybe even up to high school or anything.
Well, I think the most important thing has always been is fundamentals and practice.
Yeah.
Practice. You can't get enough good practice in.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I say practice, but they say, you know, it's got to be good practice. It's got to be practice that makes sense, that helps you improve your game. You can't take enough ground balls.
Mm-hmm.
I know lots when I was little, take a rubber ball and I'd make like our foundation of our house, I made a square and I'd be out there pitching and I'd throw the ball and hit that square, but if it bounced out, I had to catch it.
Yeah.
So I learned how to be a good fielder, and matter of fact, that's how I got chosen in the Little League. They said they couldn't remember how I hit, but I had a great glove. And of course, I played shortstop, and well, actually, when I started out, they wanted me to play center field. We practiced center field, and I was out there. So the first game came, and they came to me and they said, "Hey, do you think that you can play first base? The first baseman's sick and can't make it. Can you play first?" I said, "Well, yeah." So they put me up first. So the first game of my Little League career was at first base. Then the second game, the third baseman was sick. He couldn't play. So I played third base, and I'll never forget that game because I had a great game. A lot of balls hit down to me. I threw them out. And we had a microphone at the field and everything, and I remember the announcer, he was saying, "Hey, folks," he said, "how about that third baseman?" He said, "Hadn't he played a great game?" My feet came off the ground, and I floated around there for a while. I remember
awesome.
that. Then the third game, they came and said, "Can you play short?" I said, "I think I can play short." So after that, all the games I played at short. I just had that good of a glove.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I love shortstop because you're like the quarterback of the team. The field, you make the plays, you're always in it. So, and then of course all the kids were shortstops.
Yeah. That's awesome. This is a great interview.
Well, we're talking about baseball, so why could it not be?
That's a great point, honestly. I want to get into some Reds cards because obviously now we know that our guest is a big Reds fan. So we have some cards right here. 2 good-sized boxes. I want to start with the lower box here.
Can I say something about cards before you get started?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I had a lot of baseball cards. Me and my brother Tim, we grew up, we was always collecting baseball cards. And we could play a game with them. We had teams and we'd play a game.
Oh, that's cool.
We'd put them out and play the field and stuff. But I don't know how many thousands of them I had, and probably the ones that you're going to show me that's from the 50s and the 60s, because a lot of it was from that era.
Yeah.
But I went in the Navy, and then when I came back, my family had moved, and somehow in the process of them moving to their new place, all the cards were all lost. And so I never knew what happened. I never collected them again, but my sons did. They had some baseball cards, and I really don't know what happened to them. I don't know. When they come here for Christmas, you may ask them about that, what happened to their cards, because they used to have, they kept cards, and like you do, they put them in these plastic albums and stuff, whereas me, I just had shoebox full of cards. That's how I did it. Yeah, but that was the start of baseball cards. And so these players that you probably, nobody ever heard of know about them, but I remember them from a little bit, not from much watching them play, because I didn't start listening to them until '61, and I hardly ever missed a game after that. I listened to them on the radio until I got where they got to be on TV a lot, where I could watch them. Not till the Big Red Machine took off, you know. But a lot of, and of course, reading all the articles in the newspaper about the Reds and about the players and stuff, and I knew all the players, knew the starting lineup, knew their stats, knew the minor leagues, knew who was coming up, just knew everything about the organization.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. But, so yeah, I'm going to open this box up. We got some packing.
Am I going to need my glasses?
No. That's
Okay.
probably what you're going to see. But we got all those cards in here.
So that's a good bit of cards.
Yeah.
And they're all Reds.
All Reds.
Oh, thank you, assistant. That's
All
my
right.
daughter right there.
You're welcome.
Co-manager behind the scenes.
Okay.
So do we want to start with more modern cards, what we have right here, or should we start with the old cards?
Whatever you want to do, you're running the show.
All right, so I want to start with some more modern here, because there's not a lot of them. We got Reds, Blake Dunn right there.
Oh yeah, Blake Dunn. Is it Blake Dunn? By golly, it is.
It's a rookie card, right?
Well, there was a Dunn that played for the Reds, but I thought he played later. They call him the Donkey. I don't think that's a very good nickname, but I can't see what year says that.
Well, maybe it's on the front. You got rookie card right there.
Yeah, but what year? You see the year?
It says 2025. This is 2025 style.
Oh.
So yeah.
Oh
Blake
yeah,
Dunn.
my gosh. I thought you were talking about in the 50s and 60s. That's
No.
what fooled me.
Yeah.
Dunn, yeah, he's
Right there.
he's down in the minors. Yeah, he's one of their top 30 ball players.
Matt McClain right there.
Oh yeah, he's the second baseman. He's a shortstop by trade, but he's playing second base now. He got hurt toward a landrum in his shoulder, and he came back. He's not hitting as good. He's a regular 300 hitter, but he struggled this year.
And then we have Tyler Stevenson right there.
He's our catcher, Tyler Stevenson. What's your favorite catcher's name?
My favorite catcher, just the name alone, or like my favorite catcher?
Your favorite catcher? The one you told me when you was like 3 years old.
Oh, okay, when I was 3 years old. I'm not
You
sure.
don't remember that? Your mom came in and said, "Watch him a little bit," and I was on the.
Can it be a retired catcher?
Yeah, he's not an active player now.
Buster Posey.
That's it, Buster Posey. He's the man.
Yep.
But Tyler Stevenson right now is our starter catching for the Reds.
And then we have Hunter Green right here.
Yep, he's our pitcher. We got a lot of money into him. They're talking about trading him. I hope they don't. Throws the ball over 100 miles an hour.
Do you know who this is? Probably can't pronounce his name right.
Gee, no, I don't know that one.
This is a Bowman, so it's probably a rookie.
Yeah, he's never.
Right.
I don't remember
Right
him coming up. I don't think he's in the top 30 either.
Ebert's Aponte, maybe.
Hmm.
But yeah, those are our 2025 Reds cards,
New
the more
cards.
modern ones.
Yeah, they're so modern that usually down in the minors yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are some cool ones. 5 of them right there. But let's get into these, 50s and 60s right here. So take a good chunk out.
Man, that's a big chunk.
So these are actually football cards at the top, which I think are from around.
Is that the
that
Bengals?
time. Yeah. So these are.
Yeah, Archie Griffin. Yeah, he played. He's the Ohio State Heisman Trophy 2-time winner.
Yeah.
Played for the Bengals.
Tim Fox.
He's Ohio State. He didn't play for the Bengals though.
I'm pretty sure these are all Ohio States.
Yeah, probably is Ohio State players.
Pete Johnson.
Oh yeah, he played for the Bengals too. He was a big fullback.
Tom DeLeon.
Yeah, he's a lineman, real good lineman.
Doug Plank.
Doug Plank. He played for the Chicago Bears. He was a defensive back, very, very good. He was on their 46th. They named the defense after his number, 46. the Bear defense.
Really?
Because he would do a lot of blitzing in on the defense.
And then Brian, can you pronounce the last name?
Brasnagel.
Bashanagle.
Yeah, he was like a small running back, but he was tougher than a pine knot. Wide receiver.
All right, we got a lot of cards, so probably go fast through them. We got some home run leaders, Jim Rice and George Foster.
Yeah, Rice. He didn't play for the Reds. He was the Boston Red Sox. That's a home run leaders for that year, 1978.
1978.
Yeah, George Foster. He hit 58 home runs that year. Yeah. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have picked that yet.
That's fine. And then we got same right there.
Yeah.
Is that the same card?
Same card. Oh, well, it's a different card, but it's got the same thing. It's their home run leaders. Same year, yeah.
Same one. We got Joe Morgan right here.
Oh, yeah. All Hall of Famer. Yeah, Joe Morgan, second base. The Reds and the Big Red Machine wasn't good until they acquired him from the Houston Astros. And when they did, the Big Red Machine.
Ray Knight for the Reds.
Oh, yeah, another good player and a coach.
We got our prospects, Michael Cross, Ron Oster?
Ron Oster.
And Harry Spillman, right there. Those are the prospects.
For that year.
79. Dan Dreisen, right there.
Dan Dreesen.
Dan Dreesen?
Yeah, he was supposed to take Tony Perez's place. Though he had a pretty good bat, he could never be the leader that Tony Perez was. It made all the difference.
Pat Zachary, right there.
Yeah, they traded him to the Mets. He's a good pitcher. He's from Texas, by the way. Pitcher.
Gary Nolan.
Pitcher. Another great pitcher during the Big Red Machine years. And you know what he does now? Well, I say now, but he went to Las Vegas and he ended up being a card dealer in the casinos and stuff. Yeah.
Fred Norman right there.
Yeah, the lefty. Freddie Norman.
Will McKinney.
Yeah, McEnany. He was the relief pitcher, and Sparky Anderson used him a lot.
Doug Flynn.
Yeah, Flynn, Kentuckian.
Ed Armbruster.
Yeah, Eddie Armbruster. He come in a trade with Joe Morgan.
I kind of want to go through now, and I want you to pick out if you see like any big names that we could show.
Yeah, he's back up to Johnny Bench.
Rookies.
Joe Billingham. Geronimo. He was another came in with a trade with Joe Morgan and Armbruster.
Right there.
They traded the big bopper for him, Lee May, first base.
And then Dave Concepcion.
Yeah, big. At the time, probably the most elite shortstop in the league when he came up. Played on not natural gas, but played on AstroTurf, and learned how to take the ball and bounce it to first base to make those long throws.
Pedro Borbon.
He's another pitcher.
Borbon.
He called him the Wild Man. One time they got in a fight with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he somehow out of the fight he come out and had a Pittsburgh Pirate hat on. And somebody they pointed to him said, "You got the wrong hat." And he saw what it was. Well, he took that hat and took a bite out of it. He bit out a big hole out of the bill of that Pittsburgh Pirate hat. Pedro Borbon, he Wild Man.
Mike Lum.
Yeah.
Santo Alcala. And then this is a different year with a style. These are 1970s. Woody Woodward. It's a cool name. I like the name.
Yeah.
Gary Nolan.
Again. He was a good pitcher.
Corrales.
He was a backup catcher also to Johnny Bench.
And then a different year here. We got the 1968s. Ted Davidson.
He must not have made it. I don't remember him.
Don Pavlitic. Chico Ruiz.
Yeah, I remember Ruiz. I like that name, Chico Ruiz.
Chico.
He was a backup infielder.
Chico right there.
He was during the 60s. And the Big Red Machine was formulating.
Ted Abernathy.
Yeah, another relief pitcher came in and pitched relief a lot of the innings.
Gary Arrigo.
Yeah, I don't know him.
Tommy Helms.
Yep, he's Rookie of the Year after Pete Rose. Pete Rose was at second base, and Pete Rose moved to right field to allow him to play, and by allowing him to play, he became the Rookie of the Year that year.
Really?
Yeah. Pete Rose was a man, if I was picking a baseball team and I had to have the number one player, Pete Rose would be the guy I'd pick. He's a winner. He believed in winning and whatever it took to win. And so if it took him to move out of his position, to give a guy a chance at it, to make the team better, he would do it. And he did it. Not only once, but 3 times.
Wow.
He did it. Yeah. Pete Rose, the greatest.
Um,
You know he has the most hits than anybody in baseball.
Yeah.
Pete Rose, okay.
Alex Johnson, right there.
Another good hitter. He's a very good hitter, I remember. Wasn't good with the glove, but he was good with the bat. 300 hitter.
Jimmy Schaefer.
I don't know him.
Lee May.
Lee May, there's a bopper. They traded him to Houston after the 71 season. And they got, like I said, they got Joe Morgan and company out with him.
Bob
5
Lee.
players for him. Bob Lee, another pitcher.
And then we're getting into 1966 right here. John Testitoris.
I don't know him.
Art Shamsky.
Yeah, Shamke. He was another outfielder. He's a pinch hitter a lot of times.
Sam Ellis.
He's another pitcher, good pitcher. He's a 20-game winner for us. He was also the New York Yankees pitching coach for a while. Yeah.
Gary Arrigo.
I don't know him.
And then our new year is 1961. So Bill Henry.
Bill Henry, he's the relief pitcher for that good team, that 61 team, World Series team.
Henry Anderson.
I don't know him.
Jerry Lynch.
Lynch, another pinch hitter, another outfielder that filled in the outfield. Played a lot.
This one is 1954.
54.
1954 right there. Fred Hutchinson.
Fred Hutchinson, you know, he's the manager. He's not a player. He was the manager of the 61 Reds, and the poor guy in the 60s, he got cancer and he died. So they have the Hutchinson Award they give out on the Reds team to the player that shows the type of attitude and stuff that he has. They used to give that award every year. He was the manager of the Reds in 61.
Yeah, still 61. Jay Hook.
I don't know him.
Danny Kravitz.
Don't know him.
Gene Freese.
Yeah, Gene Freese. He played third base. He's a third baseman on that team, on that 61 team. He played third. Gordy Coleman played first.
Coleman.
Yep, he's first baseman.
Joe Jay.
He was a pitcher, left-handed pitcher, and on his glove he used to have the words or the letters, and it said "think," T-H-I-N-K, think. It'd be on his glove. He wrote it in there, and you know, pitching, you got to use your head. And you just like throwing it in there. You got to know where to throw it, how to throw it, when to throw it.
And
There's
finally,
a
we
lot
got
to pitching.
Cincinnati Reds, the team card picture.
Oh,
right
what
there.
year is that?
This one I think is also 61.
That's the World Series.
No, this is 60. This is 1960.
Oh, that's before then.
60, yeah. We got a lot more. I want to go really quick through these. Jim Bomber, also doing 1961.
Don't know him.
Jim O'Toole.
O'Toole's another left-hander that played for the Reds during that 61 season.
Howie Nunn.
Don't know him.
Wally Post.
Wally Post, yeah. There's another outfielder.
Cliff Cook.
Don't know him.
Ed Bailey.
Ed Bailey, he was a pinch hitter, and he was also a catcher.
Hal Beavan.
Beavan, don't know him.
Willie Jones.
Don't know Willie.
Jim Brosnan.
A pitcher, but not a
And then these years, what years are these? Not sure what years these are. Do you know what years this is? The style?
Bob Purkey. Oh yeah, he was the #1 pitcher on the Reds in '61. So there's it's hard to tell what year that is, but
Yeah.
he was the right-hander. He had 26 victories that year. He was our #1 pitcher, Bob Purkey.
I don't think we have much more time. Kind of want to wrap this up. Want to go through these quick.
Well, Zen, I noticed this one card here I never saw before. It's about Billy Martin, and I did not know that Billy Martin played for the Reds, and I don't know what year he was that he played. But right here, this man is probably, to me, the best manager in baseball. No matter what team he took, and he won the pennant, and one of them was Oakland Athletics. And then the important thing I noticed too, look where he lives. Look where his home was.
Berkeley, California.
Berkeley, California. He's one of your guys. But he was
Walnut Creek.
He was the smartest baseball man, I believe, ever to coach and manage. If I was wanting a team, he'd be the guy I'd pick. I'd definitely have a winner. And also, I remember Billy, he was coaching the Yankees, and Reggie Jackson, I think he's from out in California.
Yeah.
But he was a batting, and Billy Martin wanted him to bunt. And Reggie Jackson did not bunt. So when he came back to the dugout, they had to have 5 guys hold Billy off. He was going to try to choke him if he got a hold of him, because he told him to bunt and he wouldn't. And Reggie said, "I'm not a bunter, I'm a home run hitter." He said, "You bunt when I tell you to bunt." So that's what I remember about him. But he was a tough guy. He tried to win ball games in every which way. When he was with Oakland, when he won the World Series or the pennant, all he had was Ricky Henderson. Guy that stole bases. Set a record out there. That's how he won the pennant. A guy stealing bases. I mean, who can do that?
Yeah.
He could. He was a good manager. This has been good. Talk about these cards. Brought back a lot of memories.
Yeah. It was great.
And plus, talking over with you, it's been good.
I don't think there's much more big names in here. So,
Yeah.
I kind of want to wrap this up. Thanks for watching the Ben Zen Show podcast. Make sure to go check out the Ben Zen Show. But thanks for being on the show, and
I really enjoyed it. I probably enjoyed it a lot more than you did. Talking baseball with my little grandson. It's great. You remember, I talked to you when you was about 3 years old.
Yeah.
When we talked baseball, you were talking about Buster Posey. It was that was the best conversation I remember we ever had when you were that little. But yeah, I'm glad to be on your show. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Feel honored.
Thanks for being our interview today.
All right.
But see you next time. Happy holidays.